Hi, Lovita. Lovita in the house. Hi, Debbie. How you doing? Debbie in the house. Good evening. Hi, Elisa. Elisa in the room, guys. Good evening. Hi, Lynn and Victor. How you doing? Lynn and Victor in the room. There's Leanne. How you doing, Leanne? Leanne in the room. Good evening. Or good morning for you. Hi, Nelsa. Nelsa in the room, everyone. How you doing? Hi, Catherine. Catherine in the room. Good evening. Hi, Sherry. How you doing? Sherry in the room, guys. Hi, Kathy. Kathy in the room, guys. How you doing, Kathy? There's Rhonda K. How you doing, Rhonda K? Rhonda in the room. I'm alright. I can't complain. Hi, Judy. Judy in the room, guys. How you doing, Judy? Good evening. You had a good day, Frank? Sure. Hi, Cheryl. Cheryl in the room, guys. How you doing, Cheryl? Hi, Barbara. Barbara in the room, guys. How you doing, Barbara? Hi, Robin. Robin in the room, guys. Good evening, Robin. Hi, Isabel. Isabel in the room. How you doing, Isabel? Hi, Beverly. Beverly in the room, guys. How you doing? There's Lori Chase. How you doing, Lori? Lori in the house. Hi, Irene. Irene in the room, everyone. Good evening, Irene. Hi, Cheryl. Cheryl in the room, everyone. Heidi ho, neighbor, said Irene. Lynn and Victor are having sweet and sour chicken with a combination fried rice and snow peas. It's my turn to cook. I had a turkey sandwich with cottage cheese and black olives and potato chips. I love cottage cheese, said Catherine. Me too. I always have loved cottage cheese. Irene made roast pork, mashed potatoes, and green beans. Hi, Vicky. Vicky in the room, everyone. How you doing, Vicky? There's Danny. How you doing, Danny? Good evening. Danny in the room, guys. Me too, Catherine. What applesauce, said Kathy. Robin made chili and it was delicious. Scrum-delicious. Victor isn't here today. We needed a much-needed break from each other, said Leah. Isabel made curried rice. I don't even know what curried rice is. Judy went to Pete's restaurant. She had the chicken parmesan with a side salad and a piece of garlic toast. And Cheryl's eating pork chops and mac and cheese. And Vicky said McDonald's. Billy wants junk food tonight. Junk food. Be right back. I need to turn my cup colors. I got some fresh coffee brewed. Hi, Jessica. Jessica in the room, guys. How you doing, Jessica? Kathy's having bratwurst with cheese sauce. And Catherine had chicken breast with new potatoes with peas and sweet corn. I'm alright, Jessica. I can't complain. But I still do. Hi, Angie. It's me, Angie, in the room, guys. How you doing, Angie? That's a nice cup of coffee, said Catherine. What'd you have, Frank? I had a turkey sandwich, cottage cheese with black olives, and potato chips. I see Mr. Coffee's happy. Yeah, he's happy. You don't have your robe on, no. I won't be wearing it till next Sunday again. Hi, Karen. Karen in the room, guys. I don't think there'll be any of that, though. There won't be any rioting this time, Karen. Number one, it's too cold for their coward asses to riot. They won't riot in the cold. They don't want to freeze. Number two, the National Guard are already there. That pretty much cuts them out. There wasn't even anybody there this morning. When they started, there wasn't even anybody there. Judy said, to me, you look a little blurry on my Samsung. But when I switch to my iPhone, you're clear. Hi, Constance. Constance in the room, guys. Will he get off, Frank? They are saying the opposite. Hell yeah, he's gonna get off. I haven't been watching today because I don't want to have a heart attack or get myself banned from Facebook again. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna get off. Almost 100%. And I believe that if the jury were to find him guilty, the judge would throw it out. He'd declare a mistrial. So I'm not too worried. See, the judge can still declare a mistrial even after the jury brings in the verdict because the prosecutor messed up so much. Hi, Murphy. Murphy in the room, guys. How you doing, Murphy? I haven't made it to Facebook jail yet, but I've been close a couple times, said Lynn. There's a recipe for curried rice, Frank. It should say ground beef. Did you see the prosecutor take the gun and point it at everyone with his finger on the trigger? No, was that today? I didn't watch it at all today, Riccavelli. I didn't want to have a heart attack. I want to work myself up. That gets me so worked up. That poor kid, man. It's a bullshit. It's just a poor kid. They needed to leave him alone. Pin and metal on his chest and leave him alone. Hi, number one. Number one's just dropping in for a thumbs up. There's Big Matt. How you doing, Big Matt? Big Matt in the room, guys. I hope that doesn't happen because they can retrial. Yeah, but if he says that he can declare the mistrial with prejudice. If he declares it with prejudice, then they can't retry him. Hi, Sherry in the room, guys. And don't forget about Riccavelli. Riccavelli in the room, everyone. How you doing, Riccavelli? Curious One in the room. How you doing, Curious One? Prosecutors got their license from a Cracker Jack box, said Robin. Yeah, they wanted to declare, they wanted the mistrial because they knew they were losing. Do you have double jeopardy over there? We have it here. No, you can't be tried twice for the same crime. Unless it's a mistrial without, but if it depends.
Ding, 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 round two.
Whose is that? Whose box is that?
Mm-hmm.
Who sent it?
Right.
Lori. Man, that's a big old box, Lori. Look at the size of this thing. Don't even fix all you fit in the screen there. Must be chess pieces in here. There must be games in here. Right, Lori? That's what double jeopardy is. We have a guilty guy living here who got out of a murder trial, said Lynn. Yep. Well, this guy's not guilty, Lynn. He's innocent as innocent could be. He deserves a medal. And never have to work again. He should be, he'll be rich when this is all over with. Someone wrote on the box, said Lori. They did.
I haven't even seen a box that like that.
I know. We don't have boxes like that here, Lori. That must be a new box or some new kind of box. Lovita said, I'm taking some days off to be with the family. I love you all.
You will be, I'll be packing your package soon.
Angel's gonna be packing your package soon, Lovita. The doll with the raincoat and some other stuff, I do believe. We are special. That's a flat rate box. I know. We got flat rate boxes, but none of them look like that. We don't have that size.
I don't know what close to it.
There was a curfew. Nobody should have been out, said Robin.
This is the one that's closest to it.
Yeah. But there were people out. What makes it so bad, Robin, is the police. That's what makes it so bad. The police were wearing full riot gear with helmets on, hiding behind a fence while they burned up people's property and business. And they let this kid had to go out there and fight for our town all by himself. The police didn't do their job. Neither did the mayor. Hi, Miss Canadian Scrapper. Miss Canadian Scrapper in the room, guys. There's a note to Angel in the box from Savannah, said Lori. Hi, Denise Wallace. Denise Wallace in the room, guys. He must have felt all alone. He was. They were chasing him, Angie. He was protecting a car lot, and they were all started chasing him. He was trying to get to the police, and then they had tried to attack him. One guy hit him with a skateboard. He popped his ass. And another guy tried kicking him in the face. He popped his ass too. And another guy came after him with a gun, and he hit him. He didn't kill that last guy, but he wounded him good. It was amazing, really. It should be a movie. It'd make a good movie. It was perfect for him. Yep, he had to defend himself. We're talking about the Kylie Rittenhouse trial, Jessica. Lifetime movie, yeah. What's going to be great is I can't wait till after the trial's over with, because then he's going to sue them all. Y'all remember the Covington kid where the Indian spit in the kid's face? That's what's going to happen here. He's going to sue all them. He's going to sue CNN, MSN, NBC, Joe Biden, and he's going to win. They all called him out, and he's going to end up rich. They're all going to lose their lawsuit, and he's going to be rich. Thank you, Kathy. Kathy gave me a middle finger. I watched the interview with his mother. I couldn't imagine my son going through that. He was amazing, though. He really was amazing. Priority boxes come in many different sizes and shapes. They only carry popular sizes in the offices. Did you hear that, Ange? Well, where do you get the other ones then, Karen?
Off of postal service account.
Robin said Biden's a jackass. If he was only a jackass, we'd be all right. Unfortunately, he's a lot more than a jackass. Thank you, Lori. Let's go, Brandon, said Curious One. Judy said, Robin, you just made the understatement of the year. Hi, Mr. Lynn in the room, guys. But I'm a lady, Frank. Lynn said Kermit the Frog would do a better job than Biden. You're totally right. I'd rather have Kermit the Frog. Seriously. I'd pick Kermit quick. Good night, Vicky. Hell yeah, at least he likes bacon, said Judy. I'd do a better job, said Angie. Yeah, me too, but they'd end up killing me, Angie. Like I tell people, if they thought Trump was bad, if I was president, they'd kill me. 'Cause I'd be a lot more worse than him. Riccavelli said it's 81 here right now. Hi, Sylvia. Sylvia in the room from Holland, everyone. Tapioca Joe is killing our country, said Rocca. Hell yeah, Rocca, glad to have you. Join in that. Rocca in the room, guys. He is killing our country. Fast. Mapag, Palang, Umaga say ating lahat, said Miss Ellis. Miss Ellis in the room, guys. They'd put me down the very first day, said Angie. 34 here, said Angel. Hi, Amy. Or, I'm sorry, Annie. Annie Van Bree in the room from Australia. Another person from Australia. We got a lot of people from Australia here. I love the news in Australia. They think the same thing. They hate Joe Biden in Australia. I love Trump, Catherine. I love Trump. I mean love. In my opinion, he was an angel sent by God, and we treated him like Jesus. Mr. Lynn said we got down to 32 here last night. We the people are gonna start standing up, said Angie. Me too, said Robin. Hi, Tina and Rose in the room, guys. Hi, CM in the room, everyone. Lori said it's 44 here. Kathy said 37 here, and flurries this morning. Yeah, it's cold here too. It's supposed to be 27 for a low tonight. It's about 32 right now. But I don't need to get on my soapbox, said Angie. Sure, we all need to get on our soapbox sometime. My dad had his Trump hat on when we buried him on Sunday, said Mr. Lynn. He would have liked that, Mr. Lynn. It's not my box, Kathy, it's Angel's. I think she's gonna do it in a video. Right? It is yours? It does have my name on it, but I don't know. Murphy said, hadn't really liked any of your prestige, but I don't like our government either. They're stupid. I could say more, but 57 for Beverly. I'm like you, Frank. I'm afraid I will have a heart attack. Yeah, that's the problem. Sometimes I just can't watch the news. I'll have a heart attack. It's like we're living in another universe now. A totally different universe. Something's happened. There was something in the water or air that messed up half of the people. I go to the, I just found out today, Rocca. I'm going to a neurosurgeon on next Tuesday at 9:40. Not to get the operation though, just to see him for the very first time. Angie already has a pacemaker. Frank, can you see my comments? I can. If I miss one, I'm sorry. I get carried away when we start talking about that stuff. "28 headed for 23 here," said Karen. I'm still worried though. I didn't like the questions they asked me. They called me from the, his name is Dr. O'Leary, and they called me and I didn't like the questions they were asking me. She asked me if if they tried steroids, and she asked me if I tried a cortisone shot. I told her straight up, hell no. And if I don't want that, I told her I wouldn't do it. And she started giggling. I didn't like that. That's so scary, because if that's what they do to me, I'm going to be in trouble. Because I'm not going to go for it. Which means I'll just have to live with this for the rest of my life. And that will be sucky. A terrible realization. Amy said, "Don't smoke, Frank. That maybe kill you first before anything else." "Stay on your ass if they know you smoke," said Constance. You know what? They really haven't done that here. I thought they would do a lot more of that here. Like, they'd be on me about smoking and they'd be on me about the COVID vaccine. They haven't pressured me on any of that. Really, they haven't said anything. I thought they would, but they don't, which is good. We're the only state in Australia that won't pass the voluntary assisted dying. I agree 100% for it to be a choice for very ill patients. Raka said it snowed down here yesterday and today. Yeah, it didn't seem like she was. I don't think she was trying to be rude though, Jessica. I think she was actually understanding what I was saying. That's the kind of laugh it was. Like she was actually understanding what I was saying. Cortisone don't work. I have it 8 on my body and not one works, said Catherine. Yeah, I'm praying to God they don't try to do that to me. I'm gonna tell him straight up I'm not going for it. It's either you're gonna help me or you're not. Frank, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can, said Rabbit. Rabbit in the room, guys. How you doing, Rabbit? Are you seeing a lot of press, Frank? Nah. No, we're that's downtown, Mr. Lynn. We're far on the north side of that. We wouldn't see anything. If there's riots or anything like that, we wouldn't see that either. It's not that far, but yet it is that far. You know what I'm trying to say? They don't come here. Hi, Mariah. Mariah in the room, guys. Yeah, just far enough. It really isn't that far. I'd say I could get there in probably 7 minutes, 10 minutes. But that makes a big difference. I had the shot and it did not work for me, said Jessica. Hi, Marla, how you doing? Marla in the room, guys? We don't let our animals suffer, said Lynn. My husband would have taken the choice. He suffered a horrible death. Man, that's scary. God bless you too, Lovita. See you soon. They are still going at it. The trial? You watching it, Mr. Lynn? I couldn't watch it today. I didn't want to have a heart attack. I just couldn't watch it today. It would have just worked me up. I'd have got a migraine headache, maybe a heart attack. I decided not to watch it at all.
Well, I wasn't here most of the days.
Well, it's pretty late for that trial to be still going. I'm 55, Karen. I can't drive 'cause I'm 55. Double nickels, Frank. Mr. Lynn said a little with sound off of the closing arguments. The prosecutor's giving his closing arguments. They're idiots. Yeah, they are idiots. But his defense ain't that bright either, believe it or not. He's winning by far, but his defense ain't that bright. When they asked if they could go for lower charges, they should have said no, and they didn't. Catherine's younger than, I'm younger than Catherine by 2 years. Irene has 3 more cards to put together, then she's all done with her cards. You know what, Irene? Today I took off Carl's head, as you can see. And I did everything I could to try to get your head on there. I just can't get that head on there. I can't figure out a way of doing it. I just can't come up with a way to get the head on there. I tried duct tape. It won't work. I tried anything. It won't work. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Frank, you're the same age as my husband, said Jessica. Karen said, you're just a little younger than me. I'm 58. You're fresh out the gate. Frank, I sent you a PM. Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot all about that, Lori. Yeah, I'm not going to be opening that tonight, for sure. The kid Rittenhouse jumped into action like Rambo, huh? Yeah, he did. He was awesome, Rabbit. Straight up, you know what? Let's be honest, did you watch the whole thing of what he did? God was right at his shoulder. There's no way he could have done that without God on his shoulder, man. Everything went perfect for him. You know what I'm saying? Tax money going towards a wonderful prosecution, said Angie. A wrongful prosecution. Hi, Elizabeth. Elizabeth in the room, guys. Elizabeth said, I'm 44. Karen said, I only have one Christmas present to buy. But because of wording in the charges, he had to, said Mr. Lynn. Yeah, I don't know about that, Mr. Lynn. I was watching a thing on Fox, and He said if they would, if his defense team would have objected, the judge would have went with the objection. That's what my husband said. Frank said, Angie. Good evening, Frank and Angel. Good evening, Laura. Laura in the room, guys.
You want your coffee off?
Yeah. Rocca said I'm as old as Moses, Frank. Jessica said it's 60 here today. Rittenhouse was like an action hero. Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Willis, you take your pick. Yeah, he sure was. He sure was. Hi, Tina. Tina and Rose in the room, guys. Tina said it's 45 here. Frank, I saw when he shot 2 of them, and when that guy holding the pistol was shot, he could not even drop the pistol. It's 34 here in my part of Ohio, said Laura. It's freezing in the UK, said Catherine. He lost all his muscle. It looked like a shark took a bite out of his arm, said Mr. Lynn. He needed a bite out of his arm, Mr. Lynn. They all did. They're so lucky. Seriously lucky, really. It's just unbelievable. For me, it's unbelievable that the residents of our town didn't come out and take care of that problem. And the police didn't do anything. It's just a sin. It's a sin. That's a sin. It's freezing in the UK, said Catherine. Yeah, he was lucky to get out alive. Curious one? Seriously. I had a turkey sandwich, but potato chips and cottage cheese with black olives, Catherine. Frank, did you ever find your Ronald McDonald doll? I did. He's right at the bottom of the stairs, Rabbit. Kathy will be right back after messages from our sponsor. I don't have a sponsor handy, but I fixed my doohickey that I found in the dumpster. I glued that bad boy up. How's it look, guys? It was almost cool. They decorated my whole kitchen for Christmas at the Dollar Tree. And you know that little tree I found? If you ever watched the two, who did it? What's her name? That did the little tree on the show today?
Vivian.
Oh, Vivian Tries. She did that little tree I found in the dumpster. It looks good, don't it? It came out pretty good. I even put the little tassel on there for an ornament. They hooked me up. There's no law in this world anymore, Frank. It's like those old Clint Eastwood. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's just like we're back in the old West, Rabbit. And what we need is Clint Eastwood. A whole bunch of Clint Eastwoods. A whole bunch. You know, Kyle was one, but we need more than him. We need a whole bunch of them. That's exactly what happened. We've went backwards. We've went backwards. The dumbing down of America. I love my prize from Irene and Leo. It's great, said Mr. Lynn. I love those little trees, said Debbie. Oh, Christmas tree, said Lori. Yeah, I found it in the dumpster, Mr. Lynn. I found it all in the dumpster. It was all in a box like they put it there for me. I got this stuff too. Both of these doohickeys. They were in a box too. It's like they said, hey, let's decorate Frank's kitchen. He don't got no stuff. Let's decorate it. Hi, Ashley. Ashley in the room, guys. Hi, Luds. Luds in the room, guys. Curious One's gonna go see her mother in the nursing home tomorrow. I bet she'll be happy about that. Hi, Joey K. Joey K in the room, everyone. How you doing, Joey K? I'm back, said Sherry. I'm back. Those little trees are the best. Easy to put on your counter for the holiday, and then you can just throw it in the dumps of your basement after the new year. Yeah. Yeah, we got all the big tree with all the decorations and all that stuff, but there's no kids for us here. We don't have anyone except ourselves, and that's a lot of work. I am happy with the little tree. You shouldn't say that in chat, said Judy. What's that? I don't even know what I said. How long do you think it will take to get a verdict? Well, if I was on the jury, it'd only take a few seconds, because I'd tell them straight up, it's not guilty, and I'm not changing my vote, and that's it. No matter what you say, I'm not changing my vote, and that would make it not guilty, because only one person has to say it. I bet the U.S. does a shutdown after Christmas, said Rocca. Irene's doing a little tree this year. They'll probably come back as a hung jury. I say 2 days, said Mr. Lynn. I hope not. It should, in my opinion, it shouldn't even take an hour. An hour. There's nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about. Robin's doing a Charlie Brown tree again this year. What kind of shutdown, said Angel? It's Lud's birthday. Happy birthday, Luds. I'm only putting half of my tree up this year, said Judy. Rabbit said, you can't go wrong with the miniature tree. Convenience is on your side. Since when can't we talk about the pandemic, said Curious One. Well, they don't want you talking about it. Especially if it's something to do with the vaccine. They'll, but I don't really care, because it don't affect me. There's nothing they could do to me. It's not like I'm making $100 here. I'm gonna get a nickel if I'm lucky for the show. So if they want my nickel, they can have it. Good night, Jessica. Good luck tomorrow. Get off my island, said Ashley. YouTube, Curious One. It's not supposed to use the C word, said Judy. The pandemic is worldwide, said Catherine. Right. And let's not forget who is to blame for that. Right? And they're getting away with it. It's China. China's to blame, and they're gonna get away clean, scot-free. We need to stop buying stuff from them. Everything. We need to stop buying stuff from China. Completely. No matter how bad it hurts us. I don't care if we can't have a TV, a radio. You ain't gonna get your favorite toy. We need to stop buying stuff from China. Until we can produce it here, we're just gonna have to suffer. Because we're making them rich. It's ridiculous. I hope those ships never dock. They could just send those ships that are floating out there back. Go back, take that merchandise back. Frank, you're streamed for the love of the game, not the money, said Rabbit. YouTube can't tell chatters what to say. Amen, Frank said. Linda, hi, Linda. Linda in the room, guys. The world has gone crazy, said Jessica. And what really sucks is the stores like Five Below, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, all those stores are the worst. They're the absolute worst because everything they sell comes from China. Their whole business model is on China, especially like Five Below. It's ridiculous. It's all from China. We're making them filthy rich at the expense of our own citizens. And we're buying junk. It's not like it's good stuff, it's frickin' junk. Junk. China has announced they plan to be the most powerful country in the world by 2050, said Rabbit. Same here with our pound shop, Frank said Catherine. But the poor people are making pennies on the dime. Yeah, and the stuff that's going on right now actually is hurting the poor people the worst. Because you know what? When you raise gas prices and you raise food prices and inflation goes up, that hurts the poor the worst. The exact people that they said they weren't going to try to hurt. You know, we're going to protect the poor and help the poor. Let's raise the minimum wage and all that crazy stuff. Liars. They're just a bunch of liars is what they are. They hate the poor. And then they laugh about it, you know. They get on TV and laugh about it. You see that lady laughing about the high price of gas? Ha 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 ha! There's nothing I can do. Oh, there's something I could do. Right to the moon, Alice. The inflation is due to the free stimulus checks, right? Yeah, they think money grows on trees. Everybody that's on a fixed income or is poor and only makes a very small amount of money, they're screwed. Totally screwed. And did you see that one guy on there from CNN? He went to a store and stood in front of the milk and said, "Look at all the milk. We got plenty of milk." He actually believed the milk came from China. That's how stupid he is, the people that work at CNN are. He actually thought the milk came from China. Hi, Frugal Granny. Frugal Granny in the room, guys. Hi, Donka Cha. Donka Cha in the house. How you doing? Oh, Lord, said Curious One. Let's be serious. If anyone watches CNN, they're missing something here. There's something wrong up here. If you watch CNN, there's something wrong. You want to be lied to. That's all I can believe. If you watch CNN or MSN, you want to be lied to. Because they're just a big bunch of liars, man. They'll take the simplest thing and turn it into a lie. Amy in the room, guys. How you doing, Amy? It's all part of the plan to break us down, so we're totally dependent on the government, said Linda. Frugal Granny's got 46 cups of coffee for us. Lori said, I have things to do. Have a great night, everyone. I might be back, though. Nobody tells the truth anymore, said Sherry. Not the complete truth, but if I gotta watch the news, I'm definitely gonna watch Fox. Because though Fox ain't perfect, at least they give it to you halfway straight. The rest of them, they're completely crooked. They're completely crooked. They're just activists. The Clintons went around this country in the 90s and looked everyone in the eye and said global trade was going to be good for everyone regarding NAFTA and dealing with China. Yeah, you know what though? It wasn't just the Clintons. Let's not forget Bush. The Bushes were just as bad as the Clintons. Seriously. You know? Bush was just as bad as the Clintons in my opinion. Just as bad. Bush should have been a Democrat instead of a Republican. He only played a Republican on TV. Amy said, I'm doing good. I'm drinking hot chocolate. All the mainstream has been paid off by the government, said Laura. I beat around the bush too much, said Sherry. Free trade destroyed our manufacturing base, said Kelly. Bush had many fools. He didn't fool me. I hated him all the way. I never liked him. Either one of them. All three of them, actually. Even Jeb, that didn't make it. He was worthless, too. Have you heard the latest? Our pets are coming down with it now. It won't be long before we're getting charged a fortune for a vaccination for our pets, said Barbara. Bushes were pretty bad. That's why we voted for Ross Perot. I wonder whatever happened to Ross Perot. I used to like Bush, but the more I learn, the less I like him, said Curious One. Good evening, Kelly. Kelly in the room, guys. They said the jobs are open all over the world now, said Sherry. Sarah in the room, guys. How you doing, Sarah? Amy don't watch the news at all. Well, I'll give it to you right here, Amy. Whatever you need to know, I'll let you know. I watch Fox News, I'm not gonna lie. I got Fox, that's all I watch is Fox News. That's pretty much it. Sarah, sick as a dog. Bush was in love with Miss Obama, said Mr. Lynn. Let Frank be president, said Sherry. Frank for president. Frank the newsreader, said Catherine. Hi, Frugal Granny. Frugal Granny in the room, guys. I already said hi to you, though, Frugal Granny. You might not heard me. I don't want you to think I ignored you. I did say hi to you when you first came in. I'll take my news from you, Frank. You won't lie to me. I really won't. I watch the news to keep myself informed about what's happening, and I decide what I believe is true or not, said Robin. Ross warned the world how bad NAFTA and global trade was going to be for America, and the Bushes and Clinton brushed him off. They need to bring Trump back to the White House, said Sarah. Hell yeah, Sarah. No, that's the truest thing and the most sensible thing you've ever said in my chat room, Sarah. Congratulations. Congratulations, Sarah. I think most people will agree with you on that. Hi, Anita. Anita in the room, guys. They have been putting the money on people's food stamps, said Amy. 2024, Trump comes through the door, said Judy. But will we make it to 2024? Judy, will we make it that far? That's the problem. I'm not sure we can. That's 3 more years. Look what just happened in less than 1 year. Frank, are you going to read the Christmas story for us this year? I hope so, said Frugal Granny. It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. I probably will, Frugal Granny. Let's ride that Trump train, said Judy. Ross Perot passed away. He was well in his 70s when he ran for president, said said Rabbit. I'm sorry, Rabbit. My news starts with Genesis and ends in Revelation, said Laura. Trump DeSantis. No, Trump DeSantis. That's the way it should be. Trump DeSantis, and then 8 years of DeSantis after the 4 years of Trump. Only the strong will survive, said Judy. Frank or bust for president 2024, said Rabbit. We all need to get together and find out a way to get Trump back in the White House, said Sarah. That's what we really do need to do. But I'm not going to go on that because they'll send the FBI to my house and arrest me for insurrection, which is exactly what I like. Insurrection is what's needed. Hi, Ellen's mom. Ellen's mom said, not me. It was part of the COVID-19 relief fund, said Amy. He'll be back before 24, but in the next 2 months, the president will pass. That won't be any good though, Laura. If the president passes, then we're up the creek. Because if you think Biden's bad, wait till you get Kamala in there. She's a friggin' moron, man. I ain't gonna mince any words. She's a moron. Lynn said, I've been up since 6:30 a.m. It's catnap time. Frank, I'll be your vice president, said Mr. Lynn. Hi, Joyce. Joyce in the room, guys. He doesn't want this mess, Frank, said Rocca. Anita's drinking hot cocoa. Hot cocoa. You know who his handler is, Robin? His handler is Obama. That's who his handler is. Obama's got one of those things like a puppet, you know, and he's standing up there directing Joe around. What's everyone doing for Thanksgiving this year? Said Jessica. Frank, don't like the FBI throw you in Guantanamo for dropping truth bombs. White hot cocoa is good, said Laura. Robin's with her daughter for Thanksgiving. Rocka said, I'm doing nothing due to poverty and empty stores. Ellen's mom said, I'm going to daughter's house. Yep, poverty is, gotta really worry about that. Really, we do. That's what me and Angel are doing. We're really being conservative right now. We're not buying anything extra. I mean, nothing. Zero. Because it's only going to be worse and worse and worse. Hey Frank, we had an old lady that was homeless knock on the van and ask to stay in the car with us. And I'd say no to that, Sarah. Pretty tight quarters in your van. Judy's doing Thanksgiving at her house this year. Turkey stuffing, mashed potatoes, noodles, cranberries, sweet potatoes, green bean casserole, rolls, butter, and pickled eggs. No, I haven't tried those, Amy. I haven't tried those. Today, YouTube banned any live coverage of the trial. That's weird. It's on Facebook, Riccavelli. You can watch it on Facebook. It was on there, all of it, the whole trial, even today. That's weird that they would ban it. I don't know why. Joyce said, cooking dinner and feeding some neighbors who are hurting right now. Laura said, what makes me mad is they ruined Black Friday. Rocka said about the middle of Indiana. I'm not doing a thing for Thanksgiving, said Rabbit. Thanksgiving except for watching Frank's annual Thanksgiving spectacular stream. Thank you, Rabbit. Ellen will be fixing our meal because we're going to be working, said Ellen's mom. What did the turkey say to the turkey hunter on Thanksgiving? Quack, quack, said Bob Barker. Bob Barker in the room, guys. I hope and pray you all have a safe, happy Thanksgiving, said Fugu Randy. You don't have enough food? Who, Robin? Who are you talking about? Rocka said this one-horse town, we have one supermarket. If you don't count Walmart and dollar stores. And that sucks. We're lucky right here, Rocka, because we're in Wisconsin. You know, there's a ton of farms. We got plenty of milk, plenty of eggs. We're not really getting hit on the food, except for the prices. The prices are going up, but we have plenty of food here. But if you lived in a state that didn't have that like that, you'd be in bad shape. I had a turkey sandwich with potato chips and cottage cheese with black olives in it, Anita. What did one turkey say to the other turkey, said Catherine. Do you fancy a gobble? I'm so fancy. Rising Sun has one grocery and $2 General, said Laura. Yeah, I'm blessed. We got a ton of food stores here. Tons and tons of food stores. I could probably go to 20 stores and within 15 minutes of my house. Rabbit said because the turkey wanted the hunter to believe it was a duck. It's timeless. If they shut the other pipeline down, the natural gas will double, said Kelly. Yeah. What they should do is if they tell them to shut it down, Kelly, they should just say, we're not gonna. What you gonna do about it? We're not gonna shut it down. You know, that's what I say. What do you call a running turkey, said Bob Barker? Fast food! I can't buy off Amazon, they charge you a fee, said Raka. While I live having problems getting some food and prices are so high if you can get it, said Jessica. Frank, do you have major stores in Kenosha? We do. We got Major, Pick and Save, Piggly Wiggly, Fresh Time Market, Costco, Sam's Club, Walmart, anything you can think of. I Steve B's in the room, everyone. The food truck comes to town tomorrow. You never know what you're gonna get, said Raka. Hi, Cupcake Girl. Cupcake Girl in the room, guys. How you doing, Cupcake? If you have a food stamp card, you can get a membership to Amazon. You only have to pay $5.99 for the membership. Cupcake Girl said, my back is giving me a lot of trouble. Frank, sounds like you have everything your heart desires in Kenosha, said Rabbit. Hi, Walsh Homestead in the room, guys. What is the food truck, said Fugu Granny. Gas here is $4.79 a gallon, said Jessica. Riccavelli said, I got rid of AT&T cable but kept Wi-Fi. I was paying over $300 a month. Gas is $2.89 in Oklahoma, said Curious One. Gasoline costs $3.09 a gallon at Dollar General, said Frugal Granny. Cherokee said gas is $3.13 to $3.15 to $3.29 a gallon here. Hi, Nathan in the room, guys. They need to open up all the pipelines they shut down, said Curious One. What's a turkey without feathers called, said Bob Barker? Thanksgiving dinner. Alright guys, we're gonna end the show now. I'm gonna sing to Mickey Mouse. Alright, now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. MIC, I'll see you real soon. KEY, why? Because we love you. MOUSE, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse. Forever let us hold that banner high, high, high. God bless y'all, guys. Good night.